Welcome to the PoPolitickin show. Created in 2008, PoPolitickin is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each conversation, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Our focus is to preserve the hip-hop culture and introduce the future upcoming stars. Past guests of the PoPolitickin show include Yo Gotti, Megan Thee Stallion, Da Baby, Currency, MC Light, Jay Prince, Dead Prez, Razcast, and more. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts to get automatic updates of each episode. Keep politicking with Po on social media at PoPolitickin. Visit our website, PoPolitickin.com, for more exclusive content.
PoPolitickin.com.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Check me out on Spotify and iTunes. 1212. I'm placed to be with the lovely comedian, actress, and model. We're going to talk about that model later. Luenell, how you doing today?
Hi, honey.
I'm going to say, so the first thing I kind of just want to start from the beginning and go to the future. So the first thing.
From the beginning?
Yeah, a little bit. So I was going to say, how is it being, you have eight brothers and sisters? 8 siblings?
Seven.
How was that?
I mean, it's sort of like being in a little gang. You know, you're each other's like best friends, hopefully. And you fall out, you make up. You know, it's all good.
Then I wanted to ask you about Soul Beat TV. Because that's how you got your start in Oakland, being a host interviewer for that show.
Yeah, Soul Beat Television Network is an all-black television network, all black owned and operated, owned by Chuck Johnson, rest in peace. And he had this before there was BET or anything like that, and he gave opportunity to like neighborhood kids to learn the television industry and to, we were kind of low budge at the time, but we did our own commercials and had our own talk show hosts, and I had several different shows on the Soul Beat Television Network and got to interview a lot of people from Johnny Guitar Watson to Scarface. And we had award shows and, regular television stuff. And it was a great experience, and it helped me to not be camera shy, helped me to learn interviewing techniques and all that kind of good stuff.
Now, how was it working with Chauncey Bailey?
Well, Chauncey was my dear friend, rest in peace again. And he was kind of nerdy because he was a news guy. People can Google Chauncey Bailey, ChaunceyBailey. You can Google Chauncey Bailey and see what he was about. And also find out about his untimely murder after investigating a certain group during that time. I'll save it for people to do their own research on that.
Okay. So how did you go from being a host of that show to, acting and comedy? How did you parlay that?
Does anybody really care about all that shit? Like, really? Do they really care? Let's talk about some more up-to-date stuff because people don't really care about that. I don't really know how it happened, actually. I moved to LA, okay? And when I moved to LA, Comic View was just starting, and I had been doing comedy in the Bay Area a little bit, but it didn't really kick until I came to Los Angeles and I did this comedy club. I met Robin Harris the very first night that I did stand up in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, I actually started in Long Beach before I even came back to LA and did stand up. But I met Robin Harris the first day I ever did stand up. I sort of feel like Robin, the late great Robin Harris, Baby Kids, House Party. I sort of feel like it was God ordained that I would meet him on the first night that I ever did stand up. And the first night I ever did stand up, I was successful. I didn't bomb. I've never been booed. I've got the silent treatment before, like, hmm, but I've never been booed or anything like that. And I just came along in an era where there was great mentors to look up to and sort of follow around. Laura Hayes was from Oakland, like me. She ended up being one of the queens of comedy. Mark Curry, hanging with Mr. Cooper, was from Oakland, like me. So I had people to look up to and sort of follow around and shadow, so to
And
speak.
then I see you. I know you're about to do a comedy tour with Cat Williams on World
No,
War Three.
we've already started.
So
We've
that's
already
how.
done four. We've already done 4 shows. I think it's 100 city tour. Hold on just a minute, Ladybug. I need a tangerine or something. Oh, I got some water. I got some water. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. That's how I remember when I first started seeing you was on all those tours with Cat Williams back in the day. So just how was that relationship with Cat Williams and how y'all kept y'all friendship together so long?
Can I get a tangerine? Uh, I I I doubt whether I would be on his comedy tour 12 years later if we weren't great friends.
Hmm.
We made a movie together. We struggled together in Oakland. He used to live in Oakland for a while, and that's the homie. That's my partner. I'm very happy that we're back working together again. We're going to be in North Carolina next Friday and someplace else next Saturday. We're doing nothing but arenas. But when we started on the first tour, we were, four in one dressing room doing improvs and doing laugh factories and little clubs like that. Not little, but nice sized clubs like that. But now, he's become iconic now in the comedy game. So we're doing nothing but arenas like 10,000, 20,000, seaters.
Yeah, speaking of iconic, also I know you've been working with Eddie Murphy. You was in Coming to America too, and also Dolomite. So how is the relationship with Eddie Murphy?
Our relationship with Eddie is great. He likes funny women. Got to meet and work with his daughter, Bella, as well, who was in the movie Coming to America. We don't care anything about the criticism that the movie got because it was just iconic working with all those people 32 years later to make a sequel to a movie and have everybody still be alive and active except for the one who played his mother, Margaret, I believe. Mad Sinclair. Mad Sinclair played Prince Hakeem's mother. She passed away. But to still have James Earl Jones, to still have John Amos, to still be able to work with them and Vanessa Bell Calloway and Garcelle Bouvet, Eddie and Arsenio, to be able to work with them, plus Rick Ross, plus Tiana Taylor. We don't care what anybody has to say about the film. We loved it. It was an amazing experience. We got to shoot on Tyler Perry's studio and every day past inspirational goals like the studio. He gave Sidney Poitier's studio, thank you, gave Will Smith's studio, Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Cicely Tyson. Got to see her sound stage before she passed away. So it was, blackety black black. And we really, really, really enjoyed it. And I'm extremely happy to be affiliated with that film and work with so many comics. And then also my daughter is a dancer and she was in the film with me. She got to dance behind Tiana Taylor. And so it was a great experience for us. We don't give a shit what nobody has to say about that.
No, that was a great movie. People just haters nowadays, but that movie was great. Like I agree with everything you were saying. How did you feel about the Dolomite film?
I was very excited to do Dolomite because I worked with Rudy Ray Moore in real life. Maybe about 4 times. I've got some stuff here in the house that Rudy gave me. And I couldn't believe that anybody was doing a film on Rudy because one of the things he wanted most was to not be forgotten. And now his dream was coming true. And with Eddie Murphy playing him, and then also with me working with him, and then after he passes and all these years later, they make a movie about him and I get to be in that. That was a full circle moment for me as well. Wesley Snipes almost stole the whole movie. He was so funny.
Yeah.
And I thought Divine Joy Randolph, who played Queen Bee, Lady Reed, she was amazing. She came from Broadway. And yeah, I auditioned like 7 times for that movie. got to be very good friends with Craig Brewer, who had previously done Hustle and Flow, and who ended up doing Coming to America. So I did have to audition for Dolomite, but I didn't have to audition for Coming to America. I was just chosen.
Then also I know you was on the Stars Born remake, and it has Dave Chappelle in it, Eddie Griffin, Lady Gaga, and Bradley Cooper. So how did you become part of that film?
And Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I ain't see it. I don't watch a lot of movies, tell you the truth.
Well, that's ridiculous. But anyway, you don't watch movies?
I watch like mostly like black movies and black exploitation films and black movies. I don't watch like white people.
I love black exploitation. I swear, I do.
Yeah.
That's what like. Do you ever go back and watch like Foxy Brown or?
Yeah, I watched Dolomite. I went back and watched Dolomite, Foxy Brown. I watched like all those movies and like all the.
I don't blame you for that. Plus, Pam Grier was, Pam Grier was so naturally beautiful, still is, that she just took your breath away. Bob Dobson was Tamara Dobson was okay. Pam Grier was Foxy Brown. Tamara Dobson was what was? Remember? Don't you remember which?
Wasn't it Coffee or Honey or something like that? Yeah, it's
I think Pam was Coffee as well, but Tamara was. Dadgummit. I'm gonna look on my phone. That's got me twisted now. Oh, I don't even have it. It's over there somewhere. I'm gonna look right here though. But Tamara Dobson. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking.
Yeah, I'll look it up too.
Because I want to pay her respect,
Yeah, I'm looking right now with you too. It says Cleopatra Jones. Oh, why I didn't know that?
That's it. Cleopatra Jones.
Oh, that's my mom. My mom helped me out too. She on here watching. She said Cleopatra Jones.
Okay, Mama. There's some of us that era is clear and distinct. That's right.
Yeah, because I was gonna tell you, like, actually my favorite roles, like the movies you were in, are School Dance, Bud House, and I like Black Jesus. So I said I like all like the ghetto black movies. I be on them. And I like I think you had a movie with Snoop too. You was in like the weed movie, and they had the weed, and they was running with the weed.
Mac and Devin go to high school.
Yeah, that too. So
but Wiz Khalifa, I think it's his birthday today. Today might be Wiz's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Wiz. So next, I want to ask you about the main thing, which is I really think this is dope and fly about you, is the Rihanna, the Savage Fenty, the fashion show. I seen the pictures you did, but I seen the fashion show.
I got on a Savage X Fenty bra right now.
I see you.
That's all I wear now. Yeah, that was pretty caught me off guard. My ex-bus driver, when we had the tour bus when we were on tour with Cat 12 years ago, he remained my friend Damien. Damien still drives tour buses. And he called me one night and he said, "Hey," I'm like, "What's going on?" He said, we were just watching you on the bus. And I said, "Who?" He said, "Me and my client." I said, well, "Who's your client?" And Rihanna popped on the screen just like that. I was like, "Oh my God," I almost broke my fingernail trying to get a screenshot. I couldn't believe it. And we were talking, and I told her that my daughter quite enjoyed her makeup line, her Fenty makeup line. And I said, "And I think your lingerie is really pretty." I said, "I thought that, excuse me, I wish that you had one. I had a line. I wish that your line was made for big girls too." And she said, "It is." I said, "It is?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I want to be a lingerie ambassador, a model." I said, actually, I found out the word ambassador after I started. I said, "I want to be a lingerie model." And I was just talking. She said, "Let's do it." And I was like, "Okay, ha. Kiki thought we was just kidding around." Well, 2 days later, she hit me in my DMs and asked for my email. And so I sent her my email, and boom, contracts started coming. Want you to pick out what you want to wear out of this month's fashions, and then they would show up. The lingerie would show up, and now you done wrote a check that your little ass has to cash. And if you get the lingerie, you got to take the pictures in it. And
Right.
You send it to the company, and they tell you when to post it twice a month, and boom, 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 you get that check too, and that was nice. And then I got to do the fashion show, the Savage X Fenty fashion show, which we shot in LA at the convention center during COVID. During COVID. So that was an experience, and I think that we have a nice little friendship, Rihanna and I now.
Yeah, you was looking good on that. On that, I was like, we had to rewind it a few times. I was like, okay, looking good up on there. You was like sitting on a when you like on a table or something in the fashion show.
Well, yes, I was.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah, you was
hmm
looking good on there. You was looking good.
I want you to be paying attention to that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, I see you like, how are you doing too? Because you're like just so open with your social media. I see you went through surgery. So how are you healing with the surgery and everything?
I had double knee replacement surgery. Osteoarthritis runs in my family. My sister had the surgery. My two cousins had surgery, and also I think it got to do with high heels. Big girl wearing them heels all them years, stomping around. We was wearing them on the sidewalk, going to catch a bus and everything else like that back in the day. Um, Took a toll on my knees. I had my left knee was done in October of last year. My right knee was done in March of this year, and it's giving me my life back. I don't know what anybody else might be going through, but if you are going through what I was going through, I would not be scared. I'd be more if the pain gets to you more than you being scared gets to you, then you'll have your surgeries. Just research your surgeon and his success rate. Try to get a referral if you can, and do your physical therapy, and you'll get your whole entire life back. I would not even be able to do the film I completed just last week, or do the film I'm about to start doing next week, or be on tour with Cat, or doing my own. I wouldn't be able to do any of that in the pain that I was in. But God is good. I had my surgeries that came through them without any complications, and I'm back on the block.
And then I saw you also. You took your vaccine on your social media. I just took my first shot Sunday.
Did I put that on my social media? I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I
took
put
one.
that
You
on
took
my.
you took your shot. I saw it when you did it. It was in your story. Yeah.
My sister, yeah, then it went away into it because
Oh,
that's your own decision. I wasn't out here promoting it, but I
okay.
wasn't discouraging it either. I just didn't want to hear I didn't want to hear the crap about it. But I know that I got COVID a couple months ago, and within 8 days I was cleared up. John had a negative test results and was back to work. I did lose my sense of smell and taste for about 3 days, but I already had been doing my vitamin C and drinking teas and taking the elderberry and the black seed oil, which tastes horrible, like castor oil. Your mama remember castor oil and cod liver oil, I know.
I take it
It
still.
tastes,
I still take it.
ooh, good for you. And so I was already doing that, so my immune system wasn't really compromised. Like some of my friends that are not vaccinated are really going through it right now, really, really, really going through it. So I can't say what it would do for anybody else because people have gotten the vaccine and gotten sick. But for me, it helped me tremendously.
And then I was looking at your tattoo. I see you got the artist tattoo on your hand. So I'm guessing you're a real big Prince fan.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. But that's not the only reason that I got this. Is that after we had the George Floyd murder and we were like found ourselves in the middle of like a revolution. Prince used to have a band called Prince and the Revolution. And I
Mhm.
wanted it on my microphone hand that I use when I do comedy or speaking or anything. And I wanted to get this to remind myself of the revolution that we went through and not to forget that or put that in the back of my mind. And plus, I do love Prince, but I love Michael too. So I'm trying to think of what to get on this hand now uh,
I get a
to
glove.
represent Michael. Yeah.
Glove. The sparkle glove.
I know, but I was thinking about the feet. When you be up when you know how he's up on his like,
Yeah, yeah.
and they show the socks. I was thinking about the bottom of the black pants, the white socks, and his loafers up like that. I was thinking about that, and so we have to see, depending on how much it hurt.
Now I was gonna ask you, so like I was just looking at your whole career and like you just did so much stuff and you're so successful. So where does that drive and that motivation comes from?
I think because being the eighth of eight kids, nobody really listened to you, and having the power to command a whole room full of people to listen to you, not discuss you, is absolutely what you say, is very powerful feeling. And I think that me d- that I think I feel like I have a lot of things to say, and I like that. And the money is way better now than it was when I started, 30 years ago, of course. And but I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love comedy and I like making people laugh. I like making people feel better when they leave than they did when they came. And to know you're responsible for, kind of awesome. I don't really know how I got here because I've never had a show. I've never been a regular on a show or never done a Netflix special or anything like that. Not to say they're not coming. And I want to be the next black woman in late night. Everybody who knows me knows that. And I think just having dreams and having vision for yourself is what keeps me going. And I like to set an example for my daughter about you can come from anywhere, you can go through anything, but if you set your mind to it, you can do it. Nobody can tell you that you can't. And I just like to talk, talk my little shit. So
And then how do you, is it a certain way you like visualize or dream? Because I was actually like this whole day before I was talking to you, I was like just trying to already like I was talking to you in my mind. I was getting ready and I was telling myself everything gonna get good. And I was actually listening to Beta Waves. I don't know if you heard them. I was listening to Beta Waves when you first came on, so I was getting ready.
uh okay, that's great. I I I wouldn't say that I prepare, like I don't write down my material. I'm very, you know, uh, Paul Mooney was one of my big mentors, and Laura Hayes and Mark Curry both came out of Oakland, and I sort of, I'm sort of like a freestyle rapper. You know what I'm saying? I have the outline of what I want to talk about. I know the bullet points and the subjects that I want to talk about, but I don't write it down and try to memorize that. That's like memorizing a script. I just know how to talk to people. I have a degree in English, so I communicate very well. As gully as the next person, or I can be as educated and prolific as the next person too. So it's a gift, maybe a little bit, because everybody can't do it. There's people. They always say comedians want to be singers and singers want to be comedians, but I just try. I just be me. Like I say, I don't even know how I got to this point of 30 years later. I have a sort of low key legendary status. I've just been me the whole time. Whether I have a makeup or don't have a makeup, whether I have a bra or don't have a bra, whether I'm in the bathtub or in the kitchen. This is real life, and I'm not fake by any stretch of the imagination. So I've just been me this whole time, and some people can resonate with it, and God bless them for that.
And then I know you just got in you got a wall of fame on the comedy club in LA.
Yes, my name has been etched in the wall at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard. Very famous comedy club. Richard Pryor, and Mooney, and lots of other cats came through there back in the day. And I used to go to that club, and I used to take a white out, and you know what white out, what I'm talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
used to I used to write my name on the wall in the whiteout and just say, someday. And I never really expected it to happen, but because Guy Torrey is doing this documentary on Fat Tuesday, which was a really popular black night at the Comedy Store we got the attention, and he was saying, these people helped make the store. We ought to put their names on the wall too. So now, me and Bruce, Joe and Guy Torrey and Kim Whitley, and now we all have our names on the very front of the Comedy Store. You can see it when you drive by, and I'm very pleased about that.
And then, like I'll say, so what would you say, like throughout, you said over 30 years, what are you most proud of your career?
I'm most proud of the fact that I wanted something and I was able to get it, that I made it out of Oakland, California, born in Tollet, Arkansas, and came here to California and made my dream come true. I'm proud that I'm a living example to my daughter that you can pursue what you want and make yourself successful at it if you put in the hard work and the dedication. My daughter is a dancer, professionally trained, and she was able to dance with Tiana Taylor in Coming to America. We just completed a movie called Miracles on 125th Street, which is a Christmas movie written and directed by Nick Cannon. And she started dancing in church as a praise dancer up and down the aisles of the church. So that is what she did in this Christmas movie, which I feel like is a tribute to her grandmother. And it's like a full circle moment once again that she started in the church and now she's dancing in a movie in the church. So I'm proud that I have been an inspiration to her, so she says, and that just somebody who the chips could have been stacked against me, but I was able to make it out and pursue my dream.
And what would you say to somebody like, like you said, the chip stacked against you, like they're in that position right now? What would you tell them to help them break through?
Well, really, that know whether you have the talent or not, know whether you're good at it or not just because your friends told you that you're funny at the barbecue or at the baby shower. Because when you start doing comedy, you're not doing it for your friends. You're doing it for people who don't know you from a can of paint. You have to be able to make those people love you by the end of the night. And it's not just about comedy. People have to feel something for you. They have to want to see you again. They have to want to come out in the sun or in the rain. They have to want to spend their money to see you. So I would just say, don't always try to get on the mic every comedy club you go to. Sit back and watch and study a little bit and see what works in this room, what worked for this guy, and this didn't work for this guy. And do your homework and study just like you would do any other job.
And what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Thank you. Thank you for riding with me all these years. Thank you for supporting me and for, backing a Black woman in this male dominated industry. And, thank you for having my back. They've definitely proven that. And thank you for, sticking with me through the good and through the bad. And I hope that I can continue to make them happy because that's what it's all about.
And then I know you have a comedy CD out, and then you also have your YouTube channel, Hey Luenell. So did you want to talk about those a little bit before we close it out?
Well, my YouTube show I just did before I got on here with you. It's called Hey Luenell. I do it every Wednesday that I can, because during Corona, when we were, slapped up in here in the house, it was able to do it every Wednesday. I look forward to doing it every Wednesday. The only time I put makeup on or did anything was every Wednesday. Now that I'm back to work, I'm not able to do it every week. But like I did it today, I probably won't be able to do it for another couple of weeks because I'm on the road and doing the movie. But and my fans are called lunatics. Just a minute, let me get this so it don't be ringing up. Right here. My fans are called lunatics, and they stick with me and have my back and watch the show weekly and comment and write me, and I try to write them back. The CDs and DVDs that you were speaking of can be found on heyluenell.com, HeyLuenell.com. My CD you can also get on iTunes. This stuff is called I Only Drink at Work, which is true. And my DVD, yes, an old school DVD. We haven't found a way to stream that yet, but we're working on that. Is a clean Christian comedy DVD that was recorded in my church. It's called "Let the Church Say," rolling on the floor. So if you want to have somebody who's super Christian experience Luenell, you can, because I have the "Let the Church Say," rolling on the floor DVD that you can, play for your mom. You can play after Christmas dinner. You can play after Thanksgiving dinner or at the anniversary or anything like that won't offend anyone. Even my dirty I Only Drink at Work CD, it's explicit, but it's not offensive. So there is a difference, and I'm proud of both of them. HeyLuenell.com. You can check them out or go on iTunes.
Yes, I've been going back listening to Dick Gregory. You listening to Dick Gregory?
I worked with Dick Gregory.
Okay.
And Paul Mooney, probably within the last like maybe 2 years of Dick Gregory's life, and we were all on the road tour together. Dick and I was hosting, and there was Paul and there was Dick Gregory. We've signed many pictures together, taken many pictures together, and Dick Gregory broke down through many doors. There's a documentary, I think it's on Showtime, called The One and Only Dick Gregory, that people should, if they're interested in comedy, they should definitely watch, because comedy hasn't always been about likes and follows and all that shit. He really had to break down some doors to get us to be able to do what it is that we do. So, that's part of your homework, people, is watch The One and Only Dick Gregory. See what he had to go through to be able to have us do what it is I'm doing.
All right, I want to say thank you for blessing me with your time and presence. I appreciate it.
You're not very emotional, bro. You know what I mean? You ask me the questions and you just ask me another question, you just ask me another question. You don't be like, oh, that sounds great or nothing like that. Are you like that in real life?
Yeah, I'm just cool like that. It's like a psychologist. You're talking to a psychologist, so
I'm doing an interview.
Yeah, I just be cool and laid back. I just be listening. I just be chilling.
Okay, chilling.
Yeah,
that's the first laugh I got out of you during the whole interview.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I bet if I sat up here and ate this tangerine, you'd have something to say.
You gotta move your hand out the way though.
it just skeeted out. It just skeeted all over my keyboard.
Oh man. All right. Yeah.
I know you can't do much because your mama.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So we out. Appreciate you, Luenell.
Take care of yourself, bro. I'll see you next.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.